Hello everybody, welcome to Dublin. This is the penultimate video. This video is going to focus on the ship's mooring arrangements, so that's mooring lines fore and aft as well as the anchor equipment. It'll come in 5 parts today, so we'll start with the bridge looking down, then we'll go to each of the mooring stations from the ship's side, and then we'll go shoreside and look at them in reverse. So, as I said on the bridge tour, this is where I park the ship from. You can now see how I can actually look out and see whether the ship is alongside or not, and we can send the mooring lines out accordingly. Down aft, you can just about see running down here the 2 breast lines. If you look forward, we've got 2 breast lines just here. There is a spring line which you probably can't see at the moment, and then you will have the ship's headline running to the mooring dolphin out front. The mooring configuration of this ship generally is 2 breast lines each end, 1 spring each end, and a headline forward and a stern line aft. So you're looking at a 1-2-1 configuration. That changes in Liverpool. We go for a 2-1-1 forward because of the way that it's set up. I'll now take you down to the mooring stations, probably aft first, then forward, and then we'll go and have a look shoreside. So there'll be a quick change, and when we come back, you'll have a completely different view. I'll speak to you shortly. Okay everybody, welcome back. We're now on the aft mooring station. As you can see, we've got 3 winches this side with split drums, and each of those winches has got a drum end, one at each end, so you can actually have 4 lines worked here at the same time. As you can see, the lines are coming out. We've got 3 lines coming out through these roller fair leads, and 1 line going out through the aft fair lead, solid fair lead down aft. These lines make up the aft mooring arrangement, which you can see is a after spring line which runs down or leads forward from aft. You then have the 2 breast lines, and then you can just see in the distance here, that's your stern line there. Those lines prevent the ship from moving both off the berth laterally as well as moving ahead or astern. The lines are on a split drum from the main stowage onto the split drum, as you see here. And just for clarification, the stern line runs aft to stop you moving forward. That's the aft mooring station. I'm going to put the video on pause again, and when you come back, we'll be on the forward mooring stations. I'll see you shortly. Okay, and we're now at the forward mooring deck. Bit different to the aft mooring deck. Here we've got 2 anchor windlasses as well. So we'll go onto the windlasses first. Here we have the anchor chain going down to the anchor through the hawse pipe, up towards the gypsy and the windlass, and then that goes round the top of the windlass and down into the spurling pipe. That goes down to the chain locker. We have 2 of these anchors. The anchors weigh 5.2 tons, and each length of anchor cable, the full length of it, will weigh about 52.5 tons. So the windlass has got to be able to pick up a huge amount of weight. Attached to the windlass, we have again 2 split drums with mooring lines on. These run out through the roller fair leads on the forward mooring deck. See if we can get a better view. And they come through to the breast lines, to the headline, and it will be down aft, which you can't see from here, towards the spring. Same system as on the aft mooring deck. The split drums take the weight. We have 1 headline, 2 breast lines, and a spring line forward. So we're held on by 8 lines in total, holding the ship alongside. If we go to anchor, we'll use one of the ship's anchors, and depending on the depth of water, the type of seabed will depend on how much anchor cable we put out. Okay, those are the 2 mooring decks. I'm going to pause the video once more, and when I come back we'll be shoreside looking up at the ship. See you soon. Just before I make any further walks shoreside, I wanted to show you the stern of the vessel. On the port quarter, top left, you'll see the freefall lifeboat that I was telling you about. You can see the height. This is just above the road. This isn't the height of the water as well. The water's still a good 2-3 meters beneath us. And we have the stern ramp, which is where we load the cargo from. You can see it splits into 2. That on the port side will go to the upper deck here. Goes up here, which will load this deck here and the weather deck here. So the upper deck and the weather deck. This side here will load the main deck and it will go down into the lower hold, which is below the water level. So just a quick description of how the cargo comes on from shoreside there. Right, I will see you very shortly again for the mooring lines. And welcome back once more. So here we are shoreside, and you can see the mooring lines set up. We have, as I said before, the 2 breast lines running here, the spring line running forward here, and then you have the stern line out here. The 2 breast lines stop the vessel being pushed off the berth, the spring line stops the vessel moving astern, and the stern line stops the vessel moving ahead, holding it in position. That's all the lines that's holding us alongside down aft, and we'll just take a wander up forward and show you those lines as well. Before we move forward, I just wanted to try and give you a scale of the size of the ship. Whilst I say we only have 8 lines holding us alongside, it's a lot of ship to hold alongside with just 8 lines. Whilst the lines themselves have about a 68-ton braking limit, there's still a lot of weight. The ship itself has a gross tonnage of 19,722 tons and a net tonnage of just over 6,500 tons. So although we have 8 lines, it's the force that's taken. The bulk of the weight is taken by buoyancy, but the wind can actually put a lot of pressure on and can require us to put extra lines out just to hold the ship alongside. Okay, let's go for a walk forward and I'll see you up there. Okay, we're now up forward. You can see up the top here, this is where I stand up on the bridge and I look down at the quayside. There you have the spring up forward, which stops the vessel moving ahead. The 2 breast lines coming down to this bollard here to stop the ship blowing off bodily, and then the headline which runs out to the Dolphin to stop the vessel moving astern. We'll walk up, show you the opposite view from the quayside up to the bridge, and then we'll take a wander out to finish on a nice bow view. And as you can see, just here, those are the 2 little holes in the deck that I was showing you the other day. Quite a way up. Dublin itself is quite a busy port. We have a cargo vessel, the Sam Skip Endeavour, coming in now. Likewise, the WB Yates Irish Ferries vessel just about to sail. You can see we've got drafts marks here as well on the side of the vessel when the mate does his stability calculations. At the moment we're showing approximately 4 to 4.05 metres of draft forward. We'll be a bit heavier aft, but we've got about 4 metres under the keel forward here. Obviously we have no cargo on at the moment, which will affect how light we are. Generally we're about 5.2 to 5.45 metres. We can go up to 5.7 metres in the summer and about 5.58 in the winter before we have to stop taking cargo. So there we go. My ship tied up inside Dublin, next to a sister ship. That's a nice little shot to finish on. Okay guys, tomorrow will be the final video, which we will discuss the provisioning, the cooking and the stewards and the cooks. So I'll see you tomorrow. and or well, whenever you view the video, and we'll have an interview with our ship's cook. Thank you very much, and I hope this has been a short but an enjoyable one for you. Take care.